All right, it's February 2nd, Super Bowl Sunday, 2014. It's a game between the Seattle Junior Admirals and the Snoking Thunderbirds. Both teams are from Seattle. I'll make that mistake several times today. I'll call both of them Seattle. Start of the first period. And there's David on defense, putting it up the wings. Shot right back in by 22 on Seattle Junior, the Admirals. Now Anthony, in behind the net, puts it up and off the boards. Stopped there by 18. Over to 20. That's Blaine. Puts it back into the zone. Alex kicks it out once again. Seattle Junior on the reset. Seattle Junior built up a quick 3-0 lead yesterday. However, the Thunderbirds were able to overcome that. David making a move at the blue line. Puts it up back. Hutch trying to get that one. Wasn't able to get it, as well as Mason. 22 comes across the line, shoots it up and over the shoulder of Stefan. Now David, he's got a little bit of time. He'll cut to the inside and gets taken down. No penalty call. Puck stays in the zone. And Hutch will gather it and put it up the left side. Nobody should touch that because it would be too many men. Player jumping off before the other guy came on. Caleb down. Admirals had a 3-0 lead yesterday. Thunderbirds eventually came back to win 5-3, scoring 2 power play goals right at the end of the first period. Back for Remington. Up the sides, Carter's out there now. That was Carter, missed that pass. Off the boards, Carter and Caleb on the forecheck. Carter in there to force the puck to the corner. Jacob there takes a hit, gives him one at the same time. Now Carter has the puck in his skates, goes in behind the net. Caleb chasing that one. Once again up the boards, that'll be kept in there by Daniel. Daniel, quick shot in on net, deflected down by Caleb. Goalie makes the save on that one. And here come the Admirals up the right-hand side. Not over the line, but shot all the way in. The puck goes on net. That's not an icing call. Rolando tips the puck to the corner. Rolando on the boards. Gets on the referee's skates. Gives Rolando a chance to get there and put it in behind the net. Remington will duck back behind the net to get that. Spins. Puts it up the boards, and only Seattle Junior is there. Fell over somebody, but Carter's going to rally this in the corner. Put it across the middle. A pass for Rolando. Bumps off his stick. He tries to get it. Over to Caleb Nola. Yep, Rolando does a back check there and takes it away anyway. And now here's Remington moving up the right-hand side. He'll shoot a long shot in. Goalie has to make a play to that on the corner. And it's out of the zone once more. There's Daniel. Over for Shea. Shea reaches out front to corral that pass. Rolando takes a bump. Just moves 2 feet. Didn't really affect him, except he just shifted him 2 feet like an earthquake would with a building. And there's George in the corner. Fighting for it. Nobody out front. George did the right thing there, put it in the slot. Nobody in the slot that time. Rolando, if you're watching this, you should have been in the slot for that instead of over on the far boards. 2 of your guys were already there. Shea and George were both there. Your job is to get to the front of that net because that's where the puck's going to go. Now in the corner, here's 14. Good defenseman for the Admirals. Mason in there now digging, along with Shea. Shea's got the puck. Shea comes out, looking for a shot, has a long shot in, goes just wide to the blocker side. Now over in the corner for David. David puts it in behind for Mason. Mason behind the net, looking for a man. Deflected off one person's stick, spins in the corner. And someone's coming in to help him out. I think it's George. It is George. They get it up to the hash marks. Mason still working at it with his feet. George is going to get that, put it in behind the net. 18 now for the Admirals, trying to work his way out. Stops, puts it up off his stick, and that's going to go right to Hutch. That bounces over Hutch's stick. David gets it, and it's over for Troy. Troy, number 4, working up the right-hand side now. He's got a shot if he can load. He cannot. He puts it in off the side of the net, and Hutch is going to grab that. Behind the net, Hutch battling with 2 players there. Needs a hand. No, he comes away with it. He's got a man in front, tries to put it, and 14 blocks it with a leg. Hutch now coming out to the front of the net. That's going to just sneak out. No. That stayed in. No offside called on that one. And David's going to get this and step across the line. Shoot it in just wide of the net. Hutch is there taking a look. Nobody in the corner, but he puts it there. Alex working for it. And out front here is Caleb. Gets his stick lifted. Couldn't get a shot off that time. Now David over on the far boards. Puts it back into the zone once more. Lots of pressure here by the Thunderbirds. Admirals trying to break it out into the zone. They keep handing it off to the Thunderbirds. And there's Hutch back in his zone, though, and he puts it off the boards. Weird bounce off the boards. The boards here are just wacky, quite frankly. Now 18 with a shot, and he puts that wide. in behind the net right now. Pass out to the slot. Nobody there to get it. And that's a pass for Caleb. It's behind him. Off the boards, 22 puts it into the zone and goes for a change. All the way behind his own net is Anthony. Anthony looking for somebody. He's got Carter way up ice. Carter calling for it. He's cherry picking right now. And instead, the pass comes to number 20, Blaine, on the Admirals. Carter intercepts that. Puts it up the boards. Takes a hit. Now Jacob giving chase here. Anthony with a hit. Drives the Admiral into the boards. Now a knee. No call on that one. Carter gets thrown by number 18, or number 16 rather. Gets back up again. I'm sorry, that was Anthony. He just threw that check. A little bit of retaliation there. This looks to be a physical game so far. Jacob trying to get that puck. Now it's in behind the Seattle Thunderbirds net. 16 gathers it there. Tries to put it to the front. Can't. Blaine throws a late hit on Jacob. Not called. Back into their own zone now. 12 puts it off the boards, and somebody from Thunderbird should get there first. Rolando does. Dumps it all the way down, and here comes the chase. George trying to get that puck. 16 gives it to 15. 15 has Ada coming up the left wing, gives it to him, but it goes under his stick. Now our number 8, David, takes that puck away. And Shea is going up the middle of the ice. He gets that pass. It goes off a foot. George has it. He's going to put it in for Rolando. Rolando trying to get that puck. Rolando digging. Hard on the forecheck. George helping him out. That puck comes up and out. That's going to go all the way down for an icing call. No, they're calling it off. So Stefan plays it back in the Thunderbird zone. Up the wing. And Shea trying to get that puck in the middle of the ice. 14 has it for the Admirals over to the right side. Dumped in to the corner. Dump and chaser. David should get to that first. Doesn't quite get there. 11 behind the net now, gives it to his own man. Off of David's foot, comes out to Rolando. He'll just tip it down the ice and go for a change. Alex giving chase, one man on the forecheck. Off the bench comes Hutch. 9 puts it to the middle, and Alex can't quite get there. Certainly gives 11 something to think about. And they're back behind their own net. There's their captain, number 19, coming up the left-hand side. Mason looking to throw a hip check there, but 19 dumped it off and got rid of it too soon. Alex on the boards. No, that can't be Alex. Is he still out there? Maybe Alex jumped out again. One way or another, here comes Hutch. Up the far boards, Hutch looking for some help. Mason taking his time getting into the zone. There's the shot. Mason should have been there. Mason just came across the blue line and slowed right down. Now Troy putting it to the corner. That is Alex out there. He's got a sweater tucked in, hard to see his number. Hutch now on the corner, takes a hit, puts the puck forward, still blocking that puck. He's got 2 guys there. Mason's got to get in there and help him out. Mason throws a check, ignores the puck. There's Troy behind the net. Carries it around. He's got a man right on him. He's going to have to outskate him. He does, and now he's got some speed coming up the left-hand side. Stops, winds up, puts a shot. Oh, and that got free. It's right in front. Shot hit a defenseman's stick, got to the goalie, and the goalie tried to cuff it. Couldn't, and it sat there right in front. Couple of players coming in to try and get that rebound. Looked like Hutch and Mason were in there. 6:30 left to go in the first period. Carter out to take the face-off. Puck bounces around and is eventually out. All the Snoking players are out, and Carter's going to come in here and try and get this one. Gets a stick on it, and it's knocked down by the hand of Caleb. That'll smart. Now pass across for Caleb. Carter's going to gather it in there. Carter looking, dumps it to the corner. Knocked down by the hand of the Admiral, and they're going to ice this thing. This will be a face-off back in their zone. 6:03 to play in the first period. Carter out there for the face-off, trying to win it to David. Loses it, and Blaine gets it. Blaine now up the boards. It's a 3-on-3. David trying to catch number 8 there. Does, and Carter's going to get it. See if he dumps it or brings it to the outside. 18 on 18 there. Carter brings it to the outside. He's got the man beat, looking to the middle. Puts it to the middle. Blaine there to intercept that. Well positioned by Blaine. Number 20 on the Admirals. And here comes number 8 into the Snoking zone. That's just taken away by David. He bats it out. No worries on that. Blaine back in his own zone, being watched by Carter. Puts it up the middle. David's going to grab that one. David, Carter offside right now. Gets back onside. David's going to get a shot. Does, and it hits the goalie in the blocker. Sorry, in the leg, and goes to the outside. 16 cherry picking. David, Carter, and Remington all racing back. 16 falls down behind the net, so Carter will try and get this. Missed the puck. Comes back to the point. Shot deflected by, I believe, Rolando. Now it's going to come out to the side, and that might be Caleb. It is. Gives it to David. David puts it off the boards. Carter's probably out there. There he is. Puts it up off of Caleb's leg. Odd pass. Rolando on the forecheck. Now here's Remington. Bounces past Remington's stick. And it's a 2-on-3 for the Admirals. 9 winds up and it goes off of a shaft. That was Carter's shaft that time. There's a rebound. Not a rebound, but rather a shot in the slot with a weak backhand. So Stefan will cover that up with 4:48 to play in the first. Face-off won again by the Admirals. Having good luck on the face-off today. High rising shot, and Stefan's just going to reach up, grab that, and hold it for another face-off. 4:45 to play in the first. Once again, they win the face-off. Quick shot, and that goes off a leg and out of the zone. Cross ice pass. There's number 12. He's going to shoot it in and around. They'll try and chase here, but Troy's all the way back to grab that behind the net. Giving chase himself, puts it up the boards for Rolando. Rolando tips it to himself and then back in behind the net. Didn't have a play coming out of the zone. Defenseman was there. Now George in the corner. Puts it up for Troy, who carries it. Troy coming across the line, takes a hit, but Shea's there ahead of him. Shea behind the net, puts it out front for Troy. Troy can't get a stick on it. Now it's in behind. Troy trying to put it out front. Rolando way over on the boards. Rolando now on the check. Shea trying to take it away there. Rolando gets it. It scoots out front and rebound. George with a shot on the rebound. Nice save by the goalie. Snoking doing a good job of getting the puck to the front of the net. They just have to connect and put it in. And here is Shea coming across the line. He's all alone right now. Everybody else is changing. Shea trying to get a shot. He does, but it's wide. Now Shea coming around the side of the net, looking for somebody out front. All the way back for Mason. Mason couldn't control that pass. And here comes a 3-on-3. Now it's a 3-on-4. Shot saved by Stefan. Gathered in by Shea. He's going to look for a long pass. Instead gives it to 18. 18, a shot that tips off on number 3 in front. Goes wide. Now right across the slot. Nobody there. 24 turns. That's stopped by, I believe, Remington. Remington's going to carry it up the left side. Gets across the line and shoots it in. No ice on that. That's going to come all the way around. Mason taking his time again, getting to the puck. Could have won that race, but instead he just kind of dogged it. Hutch over to Mason. Mason out front for Rolando, or Alex rather. And now the puck's bouncing around. Alex hits it with his foot, trying to kick it forward into the net. In behind the net. There's the other number 14 for the Admirals. Alex throws a check and takes himself out. About 3 feet from the board, dove into the boards. Missed the player entirely. Arched his back a little bit. Hope he's okay. He goes to the bench. Let's hope Alex is okay on that check on himself. And here comes Anthony carrying the puck. Anthony comes across the line, making his way down, trying to go to the backhand. 18 takes it away. Mason in there to help out. 18 trying to move the puck up, does not. That's going to go offsides if they touch it. Yep. So 2:13 left to play in the first. Caleb out there with Hutch. Far side is Jacob. That pass for Jacob, couldn't get to it. Player in the way. Oh! Puck landed right in front off a rebound, and David cleared that harmlessly to the corner. Here's David again. He's going to kick it up and out of the zone. Back into the zone, it's Jacob. Jacob falls down, manages to get up and kill that puck. Back into the Admiral zone. There's Blaine for the Admirals, number 20. Puts it across, dangerous. Now they give it away, and David takes it up and off the boards. Blaine's going to be back there to gather. Someone's got to cover on defense. Doesn't matter. Blaine gives the puck right to Troy. Troy, they're not offsides now. Troy, quick wrist shot. Blocker save. Goes to the corner. Rolando covering defense for Troy. Rolando looking for an open man. Nice saucer pass over there for Troy. Troy winds up. Quick shot wide. Rolando will keep that in on defense. Rolando played defense for a number of years. He's going to take a slapper there that's on a bouncing puck, so it does get through to the net. That's a shot. Ends up out in front. Nobody to gather it in there. Now all the way down the ice. That will go for icing with 1:03 left in the period. Carter wins that back for George. George off the boards for Carter in the corner. Carter working it there. Gets taken into the corner. George helping him out. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Ref yelling to play the puck. George wins that. Trying to put it back to the point. Doesn't. Taken away again. Carter against number 14. He's still on him. Carter and George both on that puck. 8's going to get it. Go back, or 9 rather. That's Goldie. Called that by his teammates because he loves Golden Grahams. He had a nickname in hockey and it sticks. And here's Troy. He's got 5 men to beat. He looks intent on beating them all. Goes to the outside now on the left. Takes a hit, keeps on ticking. Out in front of the net, nobody there. Remington had moved up, put the shot in, and Rolando tried to get it into the net. Couldn't. Carter covering defense back there. Goes under his stick, but he's got time to get to it in his own zone. Turns to the outside and off the boards for Rolando. Rolando throws a little hit. Takes the man down, and the bench goes nuts. That'll end the first period with Rolando throwing, we'll call it a check, at the end. And it was a delayed, there was a little bit of wobbling by the player there, and eventually went down, so that does look like Rolando took the man down, but not sure how much the hit had an impact on that. End of the first period, 0-0, 15 minutes left in the second.